So guys, we are in northwest DC, 1500 block of North Capitol Street. Not exactly the neighborhood I hang out in. And there's a protest going on up in a sky crane. So let me show you what I found. Yeah. Here she goes.
Come on.
Go, go.
Go, go, go. Keep going.
Keep going.
Come on. She gets to a certain point that she got to readjust her rope.
Oh, she went back down. One leg over.
But she's laying, now she's laying on the rope.
Yeah.
There she goes. All right.
She's got both feet up.
Much better. Much better.
Hey guys, we are back on the National Mall where it is a blue sky kind of day. It is mid-70s going up to maybe 80 degrees today. That's like 25 to 27 Celsius. Pretty nice, to be honest. There's a nice cool breeze, and I think we're just going to ride this bike around and just see what we see today, yeah? That's the Smithsonian Castle across the way. That's basically just the administration building, kind of like the visitor center to the Smithsonian. There's not much worth seeing in there, but next to it is the Arts and Industries building, the second oldest Smithsonian, and it just reopened after 20 years being closed. And right now they have an exhibit on the future. They have a special thing of what will the future look like, and they've got like a tilt rotor taxi, and they've got a hyperloop, and some other cool stuff. This one is actually going to shut July 6th. They're going to switch out the future exhibit and replace it with something else. I don't know what. So, you know what? We'll probably pop in there sometime in the next week. Hey, maybe even later today. But for right now, let's just keep riding our bike and see what we see. Up here is the sculpture garden, which is also being renovated like Air and Space, but unlike Air and Space, they decided to put up a hoarding that's all artistic and funky. It looks really cool at night. When it's lit up at night, the Hirshhorn Sculpture Garden is spooky. Alright, let's keep going up. So over here is the National Air and Space Museum, the most popular museum on the National Mall, but it's closed. They're going a $1 billion renovation that started, started before COVID, to be honest. And they kind of accelerated the process during COVID. And hopefully, I saw a sign just yesterday when I was driving by that they're going to be open in the fall of this year. Oh, they've got, what's that, a spaceship? I don't, is that a spaceship? Oh, cool.
You gotta watch out. These cars,
No worries. They're pissed off, I'm sure. That's the Apollo command module, guys. Been out for a while.
Now they're transported to storage.
Oh, okay.
Sterling, Virginia.
to the Museum of the Native Americans, Native American Indian Museum. And I think they've just started some renovations on this museum as well. But we might be able to go spin around because there's some stuff outside we can see. Let's take a look at the Native American Museum in back here. It's a beautiful building. I took you on a tour in there, a few months back. We'll do it again though. We haven't been in there in a while. So what do you ask me to show, and which I'm all too proud and happy to show, is the memorial back here to Native American veterans. This is the National Native Americans Veterans Memorial. And this is dedicated to Native Americans who fought for the United States in the various services and in the various wars. And this is where Native American veterans pay tribute to those who went before them. One of the more famous is the Code Talkers, the Navajos who used their native language to confuse and beguile the Japanese by talking in, quote, code, which was actually Navajo language. And back here, Brandon Clear Sky, Musqueam. A pretty interesting memorial, hidden off the beaten track, but one you should pay a visit to when you come to Washington. Coast Guard, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Army. Ice cream, snow cones. Let's see if we can make this light. We probably can't, but we'll try anyway. All right, so we're up at the U.S. Capitol, which is not in session today, with one exception. The January 6th committee is going to have a special hearing with a special guest that was kind of hidden from everyone until this morning when all the press leaked it. And that's at 1 o'clock this afternoon, so the press will be going crazy for that. I'm not invited in. I can't get in, so I'll just stay outside and eat a hot dog. The bike is straining to go uphill. It'll make it. Maybe it'll make it. Not much going on today. The court is not issuing opinions today. There's basically nobody really out here. There's maybe a half a dozen protesters. Probably abortion, but could be the environmental case or the immigration cases that are coming out tomorrow. We think are coming out tomorrow. Police still have a heavy presence, but not a lot of protesters. Here they are. What do we got, about a dozen? A little more than a dozen. RickForDictator.com is out. Rick wants to be dictating. And not the hot dog guys out here. Man, he made so much money the other day when all the protesters were here and he was the only guy in town. Here's your Supreme Court. And here is your protesters of the day. And our future dictator, Rick. All right, let's go check out the alley down here that you guys have been asking about. Then let's maybe find some food somewhere. I'm kind of hungry. That's where the alley where the bomb was placed, back down there somewhere. And down over here is the construction. Oh, they got a cement mixer today. Let's go take a look at the construction crews that are down here. Let's see if they started laying bricks. So there is a cement mixer, and there's one of these trucks. What's going on in the alley? Not much. Oh, there's a dump truck. Oh, they're digging up the alley back there, guys. Did you see that? That big digger was tearing up the back part of the alley. Looks like they've still got some more removal going on. There we go, way back there. They're digging up the alley. Now, I looked up on the DC Department of Transportation's road project website, and it does say that this alley is scheduled for renovation. I'll put a link to that in the description so you guys can see it for yourself. Doesn't look like they've started to lay any bricks though, but it does look like they're tearing up some more bits. And this they're digging up back there. Way in the back of the alley is getting dug up. And over here we've got a cement mixer that's spinning. I think he's going to be backing in. Maybe they're going to put down some more cement back there. Capital Paving of DC. Yeah. 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 I was hoping we could see the bricks actually do something, but I guess they're just going to wait till they plow up everything and then start laying them. But we'll see. All right, let's take a stroll up by the Canon building and see what we can see. And down here is Democratic National Committee headquarters, the DNC. This building straight ahead. This is where Kamala Harris was on the morning of January 6th. She actually drove by the explosive, which was, I'm not really sure where it was placed outside this building, but it was somewhere out here. All right, let's spin down this way. I wonder if we can catch that train. Oh, the train would have come out here. We missed it. Okay. I feel the need for Korean tacos. We're gonna go to Takorean. Like romaine, I guess. Whatever. Bulgogi tacos. So yummy. Oh, I want to go over the bridge, don't you? Come on, let's go over the bridge. Not the kids in the fountain. Tell you what though, let's go over the bridge. Because it is a pretty cool bridge. That's the South Capitol Bridge where the protester was up on one of the arches. He's not there today. This is the little bridge we're going to go over. Kids playing in the fountains. Older kids out sailing in the Anacostia. Now, 20 years ago, you wouldn't do that in the Anacostia. You would run into certain items, material that, well, would make your boat turn brown. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. Still, I don't think it's safe to swim in the Anacostia. And they do occasionally find a body or two. Up there, that's the first base entrance to Nationals Park. I don't think the Nationals are doing that well. They won the World Series and then it kind of went to hell. But isn't that kind of how it always is with teams? They win a championship and then everybody leaves on free agency and whatever. But that's the first base entrance of the Nationals, and home plate is back down here in the corner. Let's make our way over by the soccer stadium in Fort McNair and work our way over to the mall. Okay, so back over there is Audi Field. That's the home of DC United, the Major League Soccer team here in Washington. And, oh, there's the VH-92. Crap! I just missed it. Okay, there's an aircraft coming into National Airport declaring an emergency. I'm not going to be able to get too close. We could try over to the channel, see if we can see the aircraft coming in. So I'm at the Titanic Memorial down here by Fort McNair. Across from me is Haynes Point, and across from that is National Airport, where an aircraft is coming in an emergency. It's about 20 miles out. I don't think I can get into position to see it. We're listening in on live air traffic control, but let's Let's try it. Let's try to get over there. The plane has just taken off. I think the next one in is the one that's in trouble. Let's see if we can get over to the bridge in time. So we made it to the Virginia side, but I think the plane already landed. One's just taken off. Let's go see. Not over there. Hey guys, so I'm at the airport and I'm just going to jump the subway. I dumped the bike in a bike rack and we're going to grab a subway back into the city. It's just faster. So JetBlue Flight 272 from Fort Lauderdale to LaGuardia diverted to National due to smoke in the cabin. It landed safely with airport fire trucks meeting it on the runway. I did not meet it. I did not get there in time, but it was still kind of fun to get out there. Anyway, let's go down to the White House and get something to eat. So we got some contractors out here today, continuing to work on the fence. DCI, District Contractors. I don't know if he's doing the fence or some other project. The fence has been a multi-year thing. There's always some contract going out. So this is the entrance for like the press and the visitors. They come through this pass entrance. I don't know if they get COVID tested there or somewhere else. Some abortion protesters up here.
I was like, all right, you got that.
They're watering the grass. And the electric slide guy is doing his dance. He's doing his dance, but there's nobody with him. Is it a line dance if there's nobody else in the line? Oh, he's found someone to dance with him. This guy knows the dance. It's pretty today. Let's cut through everybody's selfies. Everybody's picture. Dodging everyone's photo. Why not? So up on Capitol Hill right now, the hearings have begun on the January 6th thing. Security is actually really tight up there. We might go spin up there just to see if we can see anything. Yeah, right here. So, oh, Jesus Saves is out here. Let's see if we can make it up. On your right. Sorry. Hey, the truck that does nothing is next to the son of the truck that does nothing today. They actually moved them so they could be close to one another. That's the construction headquarters right over there for the fence project and a bunch of other projects. A bunch of gravel. Let's get through this. Ooh, it's a big crowd of tourists today. We have to pedal through. It's a little bit tricky. Sometimes we see the dog, Commander, but I don't see Commander today. Pretty quiet. Sneak through here.
What do you got?
No dog today. So that's Republican National Committee headquarters. That's just next to the Canon building. I'm not sure. I think it's in the Canon building. I can't go in. It's only open to staff. And if you have like an appointment with your congressman. Let's go down this road. There's no cars coming. There's a parking garage. That's probably how they got in and out. There's no like camera throw. There's no stakeout. I thought there'd be like a stakeout in case the congressman wanted to come out, make a speech. Maybe down here. Yeah, there's a few staff down here. God, it's always a beautiful view on the street. The staff are walking a congressman's dog, basically. Working Polly. Yeah, here's our stakeout. Jail, Trump. Not much going on. So there's a few TV crews there. Let's see if we can get up and out of here. Okay, let's see if these protesters are still around. Yeah, they are. There's a small group protesting something.
Yeah, but we don't know for sure. So it did not take. I was transferred to another hospital.
Remind HHS the same passion, the same commitment we had toward overturning Roe is the same commitment and passion we will have toward ending chemical abortions. And brothers and sisters, haven't we learned from history? Haven't we learned that when chemicals are used to kill innocent lives, that it only ends up in genocide?
Guys, I encourage you, do not buy the lie of your elected officials in your cities, in your counties, that say that this is not their problem.
Pro-life? Pro-life? Pro-life?
That's very loud. We committed in our heart that we would make this the most terrible.
So hidden right back here, just at the foot of the U.S. Capitol, is the Bartholdi Fountain. And Bartholdi, you may recall, is the guy who designed the Statue of Liberty. But he also designed this fountain for the 1876 National Centennial. Now, the Congress found out that this thing was available, and they bought it. The Congress got a pretty good deal on this fountain, and they turned it into a little park just down below the Reagan building and across from the Botanical Gardens, which is right over there. But it's a nice, pleasant place to come out, hang out, especially at nighttime. It's all lit up. All right, so I think we're gonna head up behind the Canon building. I don't think there's much going on out here related to the hearing, but we'll take another look just in case, if I can figure out. So up there you can see the TV crews interviewing people, doing their talking head thing. I don't know who that is. So guys, we had protesters in the sky, planes coming down to the ground, and a spaceship on the road. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy day. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Supreme Court has big decisions coming out. I'll be there, and we'll spin around Washington and see what other insanity we encounter in the big city. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.